Welcome back to Timothy's Toy Therapy. I just woke up. I've woken up about 3 times um throughout my sleeping journey today. Um First time was about 4 a.m. and then second time was about 7 a.m. I probably should have stayed awake then. And then second time was just now. Third time was just now. So yeah, hello Fabio, welcome. Sorry about yesterday, guys. I was really struggling with I guess you could say um mental health maybe, because what happened with Mattel? Mattel are dumb. That's all I can say. That's all I can say about Mattel. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know. How are you today, Fabio? Hello, Ali. I'm doing better today. I just found out that Broken Dolly TV was live, and I missed it, and that sucks. But yeah. Um. Yeah. Well, I've I've been um working on this reroute already, so you know. Um. I'll show her. Hang on. She is so stunning. Oh, good, you can hear me. Oh, you finished dinner. What did you eat? I have moments of rerouting this beautiful tooth fairy Karl, um, and then I get overwhelmed by her beauty. Hello, Vanessa. Welcome. How are you, Vanessa? I'm doing okay. All right. Let's let's see how this other camera is looking. Oh, yummy. That sounds really yummy. Whoa. It's a very pale background. Let's see if I can turn that down. It's kind of perfect positioning. I don't know about the microphone though. The microphone's going to be annoying. Um, Now let me bring my phone over so I can see the comments as I do this. There you guys are. But anyway, yeah, I'm really happy with how she is so far. This hair is so beautiful, Jasmine. Thank you so much. If you're here already, you may be working. I love this hair. I love it. All right, let's get down to business. I've got to prepare some hair because I didn't prepare enough of this yesterday. I'm gonna move that. That's my spare hair that I've got, and then this is the hair up here. Oh, you can't see it. this is the hair up here that I'm using for her. Hopefully I won't need more than that. And I think what I might do after I've done her, if I've got any spare hair, is I'm going to revisit my one of my first reroots, which was the Princess Barbie from 1997, and 1998, and then I'll fix up her part that I've got and share the link to Gypsy's live. Thanks, Michael. I was asleep, so I totally missed it. Yeah. But I needed it, I guess. So if you didn't know, Mattel did a huge cut from their staff. And fired Bill Greening. That's such a joke. I'm still processing that, as I'm sure everyone is. Bill Greening is such a huge part of what makes Barbie today. Has been for 2 generations, 3 generations. So yeah. His hair's very nice. It's going to be so beautiful once it's all done. I didn't watch Gypsy's live yet. I won't do it here today because, well, you guys have already watched it, and it'll be difficult for me to focus. Someone told me on Instagram, like I woke up to this message just before, that the hair isn't poly, but it's some kind of low grade nylon or connectron. They washed it, conditioned it, and apparently it's softer now. Boy, does that look like poly. That's all I can say. If he's allowed to divine for the competition. But you know what? It goes beyond just like who he can design for. But he loves Barbie, you know, and that's hard. He'll make it work, but it's sad, and I'm at a point where the shit Mattel's been pulling, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not going to support a company that is not. This is a real, you know, soft spot. I hope he got a good payout. I really do. I hope he got a good redundancy package, but probably not. If they're trying to save money, what would be the point of doing that? Anyway, yeah, I don't think I'm going to buy anymore. Like, I started the year saying I wasn't, and I haven't for the most part. I've bought the basic stalls. I bought Bill Green's Defi. I haven't bought these kits, and well, I bought turquoise Barbie for my birthday with birthday money. I bought a couple of looks to customize. So everything I've bought has kind of been Bill Greening. Aside from aside from turquoise Barbie. And she's getting customized as well. And that was also from Maya, not direct from Mattel. So the only thing I bought direct from Mattel was and Kangatua. Kangatua and the basic stalls. Aside from that, that's it. And I think I'll just save my money and then travel after. Not traveling soon, like later. Just save and save and save and then travel. If the conditions of the world allow it. Okay, where are we going? We're going here. Last year, they discontinued looks rewind. Yeah. Yeah. I know his designs will come out for the rest of this year and next year, but he's no longer there, you know. It's like I don't want Mattel to profit off of him, even though he's no longer there. I doubt he'll get any money for it. And all those other workers. I just don't know how people can be so cold. You know, I'm not a corporate. I can't be. It's like seeing what my old workplace or what bosses do to people. Like they just treat you like shit. And you give them your time and they just take advantage of you, manipulate, emotionally blackmail, emotionally abuse you, push you to the point of injuring yourself, things like that. And then when you injure yourself, they like hold it against you. All that kind of shit. And then if you're so good at your job, they get rid of you because you cost too much. Like, what the fuck is that? That is so insane to me. I'm really enjoying rerouting. Um, I've been watching reviews on these kits. I'm not buying them. I think we've established mostly why I'm not, but I will go into a further reason now. Yeah, basics replaced looks. But basics is basically the same thing as looks. It's just wave 5, really. They just changed the name. And deluxe. God, it's an interesting one. Because I thought they were just doing like a pink line, not wave 1 was pink. I thought it was just always going to be pink. So that's interesting, isn't it? That they aren't just pink. Well, I thought looks was like a revisioning of basics in the first place. Because they were using black and white in the first wave. And then the second wave, they did black and like chrome, grey, and then, or silver. And I thought they would do a black and gold or black and bronze. But they didn't. They went full color. So I feel like um, whenever they decided that they were going to revive the basic dolls, they decided, oh, well, we can't have two lines with made to move, new head sculpts, and all that. So we're going to have to move away from the, the shades and go into color. And I think that's why there was a huge change between um, the first two waves and the second two waves. I think the revival or the rebrand to basics was a huge part, so people can't say, "Oh yeah, it's basics." It's yeah, basics was designed by Greening. Um, the create you create such a silly name. The three body kits was Carlisle Noelro thing, apparently. At least he is being credited with the idea. So I don't know how much Phil was involved with create you you with you create, but there was some crossover for them. This is a messy one. There we go. Did anyone watch my Sims 4 twerking video? That was a bit of fun. Oh. He made 200,000 simoleons from twerking. Great. I know it was like boring content, but if you got people there chatting, then it can be fun. I didn't have anyone chatting, so it was quite boring for me. Um, to be honest. Eh, but I wanted to see how quickly um, the money could be made, and it was pretty quick. How's that lo-fi music going for you guys? Oh my god. Some of the copyright-free music that I was playing in the twerking video um, meant I couldn't get monetized. I was annoyed at that. I thought they were gonna say, "Oh, your video can't be monetized because of the content." No, it's because of the music track. Like, damn, I just wanna have some more beat music for him to twerk. Because I can't really play the Sims music. The Sims music is a bit um I don't know. Risky copyright reasons, which I think is ridiculous. But they've got an option that I've just turned on. Copyright live stream safe or something. So I've just turned that on, and hopefully it cuts out any of the songs that could cause a copyright claim on YouTube. So yeah. Her hair's so soft, guys. In The Sims 4, you have those tracks that can be used on YouTube. Yeah. So what I might do is, because he's got to twerk out in public. Why would I do that? So what I might do is put a stereo in the public space, although it'll break because of the rain and snow. But maybe I'll put a thing around it. I don't actually know if I can that area. Do you play Sims 4, Fabio? Oh, you know what I've been doing? I've been re-watching The White Lotus. I do have Get Together. I've been re-watching White Lotus from the beginning. So much stuff I forgot. You play it too much. I used to play it a lot, and I'm kind of falling out of it now. Oh, I could put the DJ music, the DJ booth there. That's a really good idea. I've been building more recently, in like the last few weeks. I've built some pretty nice homes, but that's building. It's not really playing. And then, so I'll build a house, and then I'll be like, oh my God, I love this house. I want to play it. I guess it makes sense because you want to test whether it's functional, especially if you've used move objects cheat. So you can place things in spots that you wouldn't be able to normally. And so I actually did that right. And then what happened? I changed the bathroom, and that deleted the door to another area. So I went to put the door back and I couldn't. And that's because I placed plants on an angle near the door. So it's like, oh, would I have even been able to use that door if I hadn't done that? So yeah, it was a test. So yeah, but what I want to do is start uploading these houses to the gallery because I really like them. And I would like to put them in my other saves, potentially. Or just share them to the world. I think they're kind of cute. Don't know if you can bring it around in the inventory though. You can build on certain lots, so maybe like public lots, you can build when you visit. I've done that quite a few times with that rooftop bar. I've in the past. I don't really play that place now. It's kind of boring. Yeah, in my Shuna. Oh, also, I was doing the twerk in the one that came with Love Struck, and it's just crap. Like that world is crap. Because it's nothing. There's no interesting things happening there. Anyway, I'm back. Oh. One thing you will notice is there's no coffee on my table, and that's because I am trying to wean myself off. Couldn't tell you the last time I had coffee, but it was last week, so I can tell you that much. Um, Fabio says nothing happens anywhere in the Sim cities. You're very correct. But if you start twerking, people run to you, and then oh, the game is so empty. like it's a shell of what it used to be. Even, you know, like you've got all these new innovative things in it. But it's still like not that amazing. Sims 2, if Sims 2 had the graphics that this one has, it would be fantastic. I mean, I love Sims 2. I totally missed the whole and just played the final then. Not this time, but also, hang on. Let me get this one tied up. It's Karl's lip. This is what I love about Karl. He has incredibly beautiful lips that are perfect in the way that they I'm just realizing this is the second Karl that I've rerouted on the channel in a number of weeks. It's so funny. So I've rerouted two Raquel's, two Karls after her. What else? One Andra. One Millie. One Queen. One Claudette. Oh, you know what? Another thing about The Sims, I got werewolves right. They do nothing. They do nothing. They just walk around in their furry bodies. Like the game used to be, if you encounter a werewolf or a vampire or a zombie, you kind of got to be careful. Oh, that's another thing. When you used to try and resurrect a sim and they came back as zombies in The Sims 2, that was so fun. And ghosts are crap. All they do is break your shit. And they come every night and they just break everything. Oh. I haven't encountered this burglar that they've brought back to the game yet. I don't know when or if that will happen. Anyway, one day I'll do a video where I walk through all the lots that I've been creating. Hey, Jasmine. This hair is so beautiful, Jasmine. Thank you so much. Also, how are you? Isn't she gorgeous? I'm in love with this hair. This is so soft, so perfect. I have Bill's feels Karl standing here. Karl that I didn't think I would like. But I do. She's so pretty. She looks great. Thank you, Jasmine. The Tooth Fairy's face is probably what makes me love her so much. I do feel like her screening is very similar to other Karl screenings. Get this one done. Oh, what was I going to show you before? Do you guys remember? I was going to do something. But I needed to finish. But I will get Karl. So here's looks Karl. Here's one that I rerouted earlier. I love her hair. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. I've sketched her off my niece. She won't notice yet. She will notice, but not yet. And when she does, I'll just say, I borrowed her for a photo. But put them together, and they're kind of the same. A little bit different, but like very similar vibe. Do you know what I mean? Whereas Basics Karl is very different. I just think she's so beautiful. I might put this Karl on this stand. Oh my god. By the way, I'm so sick of the Mattel stands. Oh, this is going to be for a tall or something like that. Let's put some boots on her just so that she doesn't topple over. There we go. Can't really see her where she is, but you know. I wish they would do something about it. I haven't used any of the look stands. I might as well just keep them in the boxes, to be honest. But I have used the basics stands this time because of the the need to stand them up and the shortage of Kaiser stands that I have. So haven't I've used them. By the way, I took the earrings out, the hoop earrings of is it Heidi and Karl? Because they stick out and I don't like it. And I've done what Ethan told me to do and it didn't work, so I took them out. Is that wrong of me? No, they're fine. I don't want to ruin Charles' hair. I love the curl in her hair. So I don't want to ruin it, but I want to get that one crease from the elastic band out of her hair because that's messing with her look. Very annoying. Four more to go. I'm waiting to do the hairline last. Because I don't want any of the hair to untie. Or like the hairline in the front of her face. You can't see this part. I'll do that at the end. I'm not sure if I'll do it before or after the part. That's how soft her hair is. I keep moving her head. Slipping through my fingers all the time. You've been watching all of the reroute videos. Tell me what your favorite reroute that I've done so far is. And why she's your favorite. So beautiful. Well, that's a great one. It's so beautiful. I've got her hair in this plait. And I think I kind of like it like this. I don't know. Like I was gonna do a wave, but I don't want to cut her hair because her hair is so beautiful and long. The color of the Riri. Absolutely. It's a beautiful color and it really works for her. It's like a nice nod to her original color, but it takes it another step. This is the first time you saw color of Fabio. It's so gorgeous. Absolutely love her. Like I gave her this outfit um more recently, but she's like a Greek goddess. Something. She could be an Egyptian goddess. I don't know who. She could be, she doesn't really resemble uh, the goddess Isis, but who knows? She's so pretty. First time, which this is the BMR Claudette actually. BMR 1959. She got really bad pixel face. I feel like Mattel learned their lesson from using the resin on signature dolls, but I can't recall if they've done it since the BMR. Yeah. I mean, if they didn't do the resin screening, she would have an absolutely gorgeous face. But if you look close, it's not the details are there, but they're muffled into the screening because of the stamp or whatever. Like it runs flat. It's a shame. You can see a number of it. If I move the phone here, it'll be a never-ending Claudette. So anyway, um, yeah, I love her. She's a really beautiful doll. I don't know if I have a favorite. I love them all. They're all my babies. Claudette's definitely on top, I think. Claudette, but I do love um Renata. Renata's like, where is Renata? Up to no good, I'd say. I'm thinking about rerouting my kits. Because yeah, something they've done with my kit, and I've seen it on a couple others. It's the hair part, right? Is here, and then I don't know if you'll even be able to see this with the white hair and the light, but it's got some strands that go like this, and it goes in one and then in another. So comes out one, comes in again. And it goes like that a little bit up her part. And I tried to um fix it and the hair rip. It really pissed me off, you know? Because now she's got these scraggly bits at the front. Here. Around here. Can you see what I'm talking about? Here's one there. This is not a normal thing. Like, I don't get this with any of my dolls with parts. They never have one that jumps in and out. That's definitely one. I just looked at it in person, not on the camera. But isn't that like really stupid? I don't know why they did that. It's a manufacturing thing. So annoying. Anyway, so now the front of her hair is a bit crappy. But this one is a little bit wonky as well. I don't know if I'll be getting another kit. I don't like how easy it is to tug and move her head around. I don't like that. It's not giving me encouragement for the future of her head, you know? Like, I feel like it's going to be loosened. And this is coming from someone that used to play with a lot of action figures a lot, and they got really loose. And I used to put super glue into their joints and then move it around so that it would stiffen up. You can't do that with vinyl and plastic. So that's going to be a difficult thing to handle if that becomes a thing that we have to deal with. The thing is, we just shouldn't have to deal with it, you know? Like, we shouldn't have to compromise. They're expensive. They're expensive dolls. As we discussed in the live the other day, it's like ends up being about $70 a doll, Australian, if you include the shipping and everything. That song was very loud, wasn't it? Maybe I'll turn it down. I'm triple knotting, by the way, so that the hair doesn't pull out. I'm very paranoid because when I was doing Gothandra, I had a problem with that and I ended up having to use glue. So what was I about to look up? Oh, I was going to turn the music down. So let's turn the music off, down. There we go. Music. Don't forget, guys, any dolls you want to showcase on the channel, you can send to me. You can email it to me via my email address, Timothy Therapy gmail.com. Put a little outline around it. It's going to be 20. And let's select color. Let's go black. And there we go. Send your doll pictures to that, and on Saturdays, my Saturdays, your Fridays, I will show them off. We also have the monthly photo party that really worked last month, but I'm trying to get it to happen this month. You can do anything and I'll show it. But when you're doing this, make sure you title it, tell us who you are, like your YouTube user name, and a little bit of information about the dolls. That's what you have to do. But make sure that I know who is sending it, so I can work that out. And give you a photo. Might keep that email there. I should write something above it actually. Like, send me photos of your dolls. I've got an idea. All right. This is what we're gonna do for the photo party this month. Um, Show me your best Bill Green favorite Bill Greening dolls. Put them in one photo. Have them having a party or something. Nothing over the top. No magic or diorama. Just have them looking like they're celebrating or something. And we'll honor Bill Greening's legacy at Mattel in Barbie that way. I think that might be a really cool thing to do. From any era, any time, you know. Yeah, I like that idea. So we'll do that one on the end of the month. So 30th of March. Get the photos in as soon as possible. This Friday is just anything you want. Um, but what is this Friday actually? Um, hang on. Pages. What's third like? March. 31st of March. Let's do 31st of March, which will be Monday next week. So in a week, we'll do the Bill Greening photo party. And this, I'll make up little posts about it, okay? But you've got to email to that and write Bill Greening photo party or Photo Friday. Photo Friday is a Friday every week. every Friday, I'll showcase at the end of the episode or video photos that you guys have sent in. On the photo party is a theme, so and it's a monthly thing, and we'll do it on the 31st of this month, and the theme will be Bill Greening dolls. All right, let's do that. Because I'm not familiar with every single Bill Greening doll, please write down what doll it is as well. Because like he's done so much. I will not know. All right, well that's that row done. How exciting. Very good. We did that in an hour. Less than an hour actually, because I was preparing the hair. I didn't prepare enough, but that's all right. Yeah. She's so beautiful. Oh my god. I can't with her. Should I prepare some more hair? How many do we need? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's only 3, and I've got. So I need to make 17. All right. Let's try this. Oh, you have 5 dolls from AliExpress arriving and lots of outfits. Nice. There's a few outfits that Jasmine sent me that I've noticed everyone's starting to get. So that's cool. I wonder if they're the ones you're getting as well. While I get this hair ready, why don't we Gold cast is on. You see everything I watch. Smart Doll Studio Tour. Oh no, this lady just oh, when is that happening? Hang
Louisiana. And my goodness, we just got another new severe thunderstorm warning. I'm gonna need to just sip of water here before I list off all these counties because there's a bunch. East Carroll, West Carroll parishes in Louisiana, Issaquena, Sharkey, and Washington counties in Mississippi, Chico County in Arkansas, all under this new severe thunderstorm warning. 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. Get ready. This does include Lake Providence, Mayersville, Rolling Fork, and Anguilla. Now, what this doesn't include is is a really concerning area of rotation. So we don't have very much of a tornado threat with this right now. So we're just concerned about the hail and wind. But
I've
still,
never
still
watched a
pretty
video
significant.
like this before.
That's it. That's it. My brain it wants to do get
Where's
indoors
all
and
this
away from
stuff,
windows, but for
Jacksonville?
some reason I was saying get away from doors and windows earlier. There we go.
Where is
Get
that?
indoors and away from windows. Jeez, man. All right, this one right here is
Ooh,
starting to look
look
a
at
little bit
that.
more. I mean, that is a really ominous looking storm there in Bolivar County, Mississippi. This is the big part of it is past Benoit now, and the rotation's picking up closer to Grapeland. So y'all watch out in Meltonia, Turner's Flat. Wouldn't be surprised to see a tornado warning on this. I'm not kidding. We've definitely seen tornado warnings for much less. We got two new considerable severe thunderstorm warnings.
I don't know
And
where he
listen,
is,
folks, this
guys.
store's
Oh,
going to be probably higher than it's
MS.
ever been without a tornado warning. I don't know what it is right now, but usually, tornado
What's
warning is what
MS?
drives that. But we've got enough considerable severe thunderstorm warnings right now to where it's probably pretty inflated with just this. But another lime-sized hail producer moving into Greenwood, Mississippi, and Sidon, Mississippi.
Oh, Mississippi.
Get ready for 60-mile-an-hour winds and 2-inch in diameter hail over the next hour. This is a very dangerous storm. Get indoors and away from windows. Another considerable severe thunderstorm warning back in
Storm
Kentucky.
chasers
This one's for Hairdo.
fascinate
This is
me.
for Tividale.
Probably because of Twister, the
And
movie in
this is
the
for
90s.
Gillespie and Kerr counties in Texas. Golf ball size hail. Get indoors and away from windows. This is going to be a dangerous storm. This can cause damage to your car and your roof. So just be ready for that as the storm comes in. Let's hear it, Riley. Go ahead.
Hey Ryan, if you want to take a look at slot number 3, that is a camera in Mississippi, and there's a very quickly approaching wave of hail on that camera. About 2 minutes ago, we had a half a mile visibility, and we can see the white ball of hail slowly working its way towards the camp.
Wow. Thanks to the Mississippi Department of Transportation. This is one of those traffic cameras there from MDOT.
A lot of people
TransCom, I
watching
believe, or
this.
MDOT.org. So, yeah, we've got a strong storm coming in, and we're probably going to see some hail
36,904 people watching
as it
this.
covers the area out here on
That's
North Main
incredible.
Street. Lots of hail with these storms today. In fact, let's hear that most
Memphis.
recent hail report. Go ahead, y'all. It's going to say snow, but we all know it's hail.
Hey Ryan, a new storm report just came in. A storm chaser reported hail up to 2 inches in diameter about 1 mile south of Pioneer in West Carroll County, Louisiana at 6:21 p.m. Hail between 1.5 to 2 inches was
Louisiana.
observed along Highway 17.
All right, what about in Kentucky?
Hey Ryan, a new storm report just came in from Livingston County, Kentucky. We have reports of hail measuring 1 inch in diameter about 6 miles east-southeast of Smithland at 7:08 p.m. Conditions are hazardous due to heavy snow in the area, according to public reports.
Snow.
Stay safe out there.
All right, what about Tennessee?
Hey Ryan, a new storm report just came in from 2 miles east of Franklin, Tennessee. At
Where's
7:17
Franklin?
p.m., 1-inch hail was reported, described as heavy snow causing hazardous conditions.
All right, so we got not heavy snow, but hail that has fallen here near Franklin. So just confirmation, 1-inch hail, that's probably continuing here for Ashwood and Murphy over the next little bit. We're going to see a new severe thunderstorm warning likely for Lebanon and Watertown next. Y'all get ready for that. Our biggest storm right now probably is still this one over here in Colbert, Franklin, and Lawrence counties in Tennessee. And here's that hail wall again from another vantage point from the Mississippi Department of Transportation. Big time hail coming into these storms around Tupelo. In
Are
fact,
they
we just
just
got
little
another
storms or
report
like
of 1-inch hail in the town of Tupelo.
tornado storm? I don't know.
All right, once again, I'll be right
I
back.
don't know much about
Get
tornadoes.
myself something else to drink. Give me 2 seconds.
We do not get them here. Now everyone's going to panic. Oh my god, he's gone away. How will we know? What would thing? There's an alert. There's an alert. Sorry. Is there another? It's like all the beeping alarms. It's not many.
All right, should be good.
Okay, we're not going to watch this. I just wanted to see what it was, but it's a generic storm chaser. Let's do this. I mean, I'm nearly done actually, so we don't need to. Oh, I don't want to hear that stuff.
Barbie's technically the first
Oh,
American
that's not
woman.
what I wanted.
Then you're gonna put a
There's
review that's
Gypsy.
saying this thing broke on me after 2 days. It don't work right. Yes, you're going to do that. Do you not read the reviews before you buy things? Like, it's so weird. People are so strange on the internet. I just don't understand it. And it's like working on the internet, you gotta deal with it. But bro, can we please get it together, people? Like, these are adults doing this. I don't understand it. Anyway, yeah. Let's talk about this Hairdo. Like, look, I mean, you can just look at it and tell. It's dry as hell. It's crazy because I really want to like this.
Yeah. So if we're gonna have Gypsy there, let's make me a little bigger. Top there. Reduce my cam again. And let's minimize the whole time. Okay, let's do it like that. Like that. And then I'll try and keep my game in this area. How about that? All right. And then we shouldn't be taking up too much space from Gypsy, which is in the middle. All right, let's do it.
Wig. I like how it looks. Just overall, I do like
I'm
the
not
way it
starting
looks,
from
but
the
it's
start.
like it's
Sorry, guys.
y'all, this is after I boil washed it.
Mm.
I boil washed it.
Oh my
And
god.
it's still stiff. The other two wigs have a little bit more movement. I'm gonna show you guys that too. But just why? I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. To be honest, I wasn't really expecting
Oh
to
no.
like these wigs anyway. So it's
No.
really not surprising. I'm just like,
There we go.
I
That
mean,
should be
damn,
better.
just you couldn't surprise me pleasantly. You can even try because these dolls don't cost $10. I mean, they're up there in price. I understand we're getting $3 for the price of one high-end collector doll, but this is a doll that cost me the same amount as these other three dolls, and look at how flowy and beautiful her hair is. Look at these little details of all of these tattoos on her arms,
Mm-hmm.
her beautiful face screening, like all these colors in her hair. If they had done this with the You Create kits, just root me some long hair, right? You could pick any three random textures you want. I would have been okay with that because we can change hair textures, and let me cut the doll's hair to the style that I want, or manipulate the hair or heat style the hair. I would have been totally fine with that. Who said we wanted bald
Yes.
dolls? Like, I don't understand where that even came from. It's just so random. Is there some faction of doll collectors that I don't know about who have been screaming at Mattel for years now to give us bald-headed dolls with no holes for rooting? Did I miss something? I know I went on hiatus for a little while, but only from my channel, not from the complete internet and doll
You did
community
not miss
altogether. Like,
anything.
I've
I
never
didn't
heard of
hear
such a
anything
thing.
about
What did
it.
I miss? I don't get it. All right, let me just take a real quick look at some of these comments.
Amazing.
You know what, too? Oh, my goodness. Another reason why I'm going live today,
Absolutely. They should
unlike
have
my
rebooted
usual
them. They should have rooted them.
habits, is because
Absolutely. We shouldn't have to do that. That's bullshit.
I don't have the energy to
Giving us
do like
shit
an actual
wigs.
video and edit. Oh
What
my
a
god,
joke.
editing is like the thing I hate the worst about YouTube. If I could make videos without editing them, I would be doing them like so much more often. Although I feel like my schedule
This is exactly why I go live. I cannot be bothered editing anything. I present differently when I'm not live and doing a pre-recorded video, I don't want to present differently. I want to present as myself. And if I say or have pauses or have brain fatigue or anything like that, I just want to be real with you guys. I don't want to present this facade because that's not me. This is me. So yeah.
Right now is pretty good considering I'm literally like back from like a hiatus of many years. So
The sculpts and screenings are amazing. Besides that thing underneath. Oh my god! Don't even get me started on that thing underneath their neck, Fabio. That is that is atrocious. And people are making excuses for, oh well, if you wanted bald dolls, then they've got to have the seam somewhere. And I'm like, who who wanted the bald dolls, guys? Who wanted this? Who? We're getting bald dolls because you're giving us wigs and then the option for us to reroute the dolls. So wouldn't you just have the seam on the top of the head like normal? Shave it down. Mm, Fucking hell. Sorry.
this is
Don't get me
after I
started.
did a boil wash treatment, right? I didn't add any products to the hair. I just wanted to see how it would behave with only water because people have suggested using fabric softener, and I think that probably would help. And
Wow.
the texture has like the movement of the texture is a lot better after I gave it the treatment, and the hair has kind of tamed itself a little bit around the hairline. But honestly, I did have a hat on her head all night long, so that's part of why it looks a little bit more pressed than it was when I did the review. But I mean, honestly, you guys,
Okay.
to me
Well,
this hairline looks
there's
sloppy
that.
as hell. Like,
You're
it's
right,
just not
Michael.
my standard. And we have dolls
But
that have a lot of like bulky hair. Like, check this one out. This is from the same line.
there
Okay,
are
this
other
is Barbie
ways to do
Basics,
this,
one of the models from the individual dolls. She has a lot of
you
hair.
know.
See, you can see that she's got tons of hair in the front, but I don't know if it's because you can actually see like where her hairline starts. You know, you can tell that she's got actual hair coming out of her head that your eyes just can handle it better. But or is it because of my autism? I just be noticing these things. But when I look at these dolls, no matter how tame the wig looks on their heads, like my eyes only go straight to the hairline. I can't even concentrate on how pretty the face is because I'm so distracted by the hairline. When I do something very simple like this, just put like some kind of accessory in the hair. um why won't it stay stupid? Goodness. Anyway, let's just pretend I did it right, okay? When
I was in your live and it cut off.
Oh, because I couldn't get the orientation that I wanted, so I had to like stop it and do it over again, and then I still can't figure it out. So I'm just doing it like this, whatever. Yeah, it is what it is. The hell I was saying? When I put the thing, that's my husband, you guys. When I put the glasses in her hair, it does help to kind of like distract me a little bit from the hairline so that I can concentrate more on the face. So for me, I'm just talking about myself. I don't know or care what anybody else is doing. I'm just giving you my experience. I need to have something over the doll's like head in order to distract myself from the hairline because I just can't help but look at it. My eyes just keep going to her forehead. I just can't help it. I don't know. Like, it's just so
Okay. So I understand having smooth bald heads is aesthetically pleasing. But let me tell you, having a giant star on your dolls here, so you can't make them pose certain ways, that that's ugly. That's really bad, and they look like a Jack the Ripper victim. Do you want that? Do you want your dolls to look like they've had um jaw surgery?
obvious to me. So I can't do anything about that, but like this one, the straight one does seem like it's a little bit better with the heat treatment. So all I did with the heat was I boiled hot water, of course, and then I like poured the hot water over the doll's the wig, the top of the wig to kind of make like the hair kind of like sit down lower. And then I dipped all the rest of the hair in some hot water in a bowl. And I let it sit there for a few minutes and then I dried it and this is what I ended up with. I don't understand why this texture doesn't seem much better after I did that. Maybe this one, oh shoot. This is another problem.
What has happened?
Yeah. Better after I water in a
This is
bowl.
this is
And
why
I
I
let it
don't
sit there for a few
what
minutes and then I dried it and this is what I ended up with. I don't understand why this texture doesn't seem much better after I did that. Maybe this one, oh shoot.
oh
This
god.
is another problem. Y'all. Why oh my god. When I try I'm laughing because I'm just imagining somebody watching this later and be like, "Why are you always complaining?" This one person
Yeah,
said,
on the
"I
darker
think
skin
you
tone,
made
it's
this review
really
just to
noticeable.
complain." Who does that? That's what you think? Oh my gosh. You can always tell who the miserable people are in life because they just see misery everywhere they go. Like, why do y'all want company so bad? Is it that lonely? Jeez. Anyway, this lady, this goes for all of them. When you have the wigs on their heads, it's almost impossible to dress these dolls, which is another factor that really irks me because the hair keeps shifting or will just fly off literally. So if you get the hair sitting on her just right, like kind of like I did with that one, I'm kind of satisfied with how it's sitting on her head right now, at least from a distance. Imagine me trying to redress her now after I got her hair looking just the way I needed it to sit on her head. The level of frustration, it's already frustrating trying to handle our dolls to begin with because they're so small, their hands are always getting caught in things. So it's like you have to brace yourself for the default level of frustration just to get your dolls looking right. And then on top of that, I gotta worry about hair flying off the head. Like, can you stop it, Mattel? Like, please, can y'all stop? Like, I just don't get the logic. Who tested this? Bro, just because a concept and idea is amazing doesn't mean the execution is gonna be right. Like, you have to test things out. Nobody sat in a room and played around with this concept of dolls before they said, yeah, officially, we're gonna do this. Like, what the hell were they thinking over there? I can't. What was I saying about this wig? I was trying to tell y'all something. Oh, no. I was trying to tell y'all something about how raggedy it is. Look at this. This doesn't make you laugh. What is going on with your forehead, ma'am? Like the shape of the forehead after you put this thing on. I swear it's an insult to how beautiful these dolls' heads are, just as is. And as far as that seam is concerned, like when I reviewed, I didn't know that this was a seam down here, right? So everybody said that they had it, and a lot of you guys in the comments told me that the seam is there on purpose because usually we do it on the back of the doll's head. I'm gonna show you an example. I did look at, who was that, Alasni? Okay, so she has the same bald head, but she has no seam underneath her chin here, right? But her seam is on the back of the head like this. So
This is what they should have done.
this area here that you see that looks a little deformed, this is what usually is on the back of the doll's head that we cover up with the hair when it's rooted, so we can't see it. But with these dolls, because they were trying to make the baldness of the head look so amazing, that they ended up putting the seam under her chin.
And now
And
she
I
looks like a
get
Jack Ripper
that,
victim.
but again, Mattel, if you're trying to tell me that this doll's function, the reason why I got stuck with some wigs is so that I could swap out the wigs, why the hell would you give me a perfectly round head that's just gonna get covered up with janky wigs anyway, and then put a seam right under her chin that's super visible? Like, I don't work for Mattel. My ideas should not be better than theirs. I'm sorry. They don't pay me. What in the world is going on? I pay them. Am I bugging? Tell me I'm bugging. I'm a grown-up. I'm not 7 years old. Like, I'm a whole entire adult who these dolls are specifically marketed to. A bunch of adults, okay? That's another one. People coming over talking about, they're toys. Who cares? Clearly, you are not part of the doll community if you're talking like that, because yes, they're toys, of course, but these toys are specifically marketed to adults. So just because it's a toy doesn't mean that I have to be okay with it being crappy, because you're not charging me
Right.
kindergarten prices. You charge me grown women, grown men prices. Hello? You know what I could get for $100? Come on. Yo, I just can't. I just can't with people. Um, Bun Tom says, after hearing Bill getting fired, I'm going to say how I feel about the products that I'm getting with my money that I work for.
Damn,
People
you
do
should have
too
been
much.
saying that
Amen. Let's talk about
beforehand.
that too, y'all. What is this I'm hearing about Bill
You should have been saying that before.
Greening being fired? What? What? Why? Like Bill Greening? Who is running Mattel? These guys are not using their brain. I think they're trying to like slowly shut the whole company down on the low low. Y'all better get the dolls y'all want now, because I don't know how much longer it's gonna last. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm getting a feeling. It looked like it's about their time. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever. At some point, Barbie is going to come to its close as well, and we're going to be looking back at the company saying, "Yep, those were the days." Good thing I got my doll collection still, because these are now totally irreplaceable. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, why would you fire Bill Greening of all people? It's just insane. There's so many other lesser known designers there that they could have totally got rid of and no one would have cared. No one would have knew the difference. Speaking honestly, right? But Bill Greening, he's damn near a celebrity. Why are you getting rid of him? Like, I don't understand. His name.
That's the thing. They did get rid of 120 people, including Bill Greening. So we don't know who the other people are because no one stepped out and said it. But it wasn't just Bill Greening. It was so many others as well. It's a lot of people. 120 people. It's huge. And Bill Greening's the most known to our knowledge. We don't know who else. We don't know who else. It's absolutely insane that they got rid of him. I am so disgusted at Mattel. I cannot. Oh, does she talk about the AI shortcuts? Yeah. Well, I think I've mentioned that as well. Not on lives because this is my first live, but in conversations, I definitely think AI is playing a huge part in this. Because they're not going to need people to design boxes, things like that. They're just going to ride on the AI train. Any designer doesn't want to ride on the AI train isn't isn't going to last, which is freaking horrible. Oh my god, did they really fire what's his name? Dear the mortar. Well, who designed that one? That's crazy. Oh, so creations. The one from this year, you mean? Mm. This is so fucked up. Friends, where's Barbie? Barbie. Oh, go away. Hello. Uh, Designer. Javier. They fired Javier. Are you kidding? Has he spoken out? Yeah. He hasn't said anything. What assholes? Oh my god. Fucking dicks. Fucking assholes. I wonder if Ethan knows that. Fuck. Yeah. That's such a boycott. That is such a boycott.
Alone sells products that people are just fans of him. So why would you get rid of him? It's just I don't get it. I don't understand. My friend Timothy from Timothy's Toy Therapy, he
Oh.
said that when him and Ethan from Barbie's GPF, these are YouTube channels. So if you don't know about them, go look them up. These guys make content that's geared towards adults. So if you don't want to hear somebody telling you in their squeaky voice, "Oh my god, I love this! I love it!" then these are the guys you want to be following. Okay. But yeah, like, you know, they were having a discussion about it too. And Timothy said that Ethan's theory was that Bill Greening was just costing the company too much. And that's as far as we got in the discussion. So I don't know exactly what he was basing this theory on, but he's a very logical thinker and he usually has like facts to back up why he'll come to certain conclusions. So I'm guessing he must have a reason why he was saying that, but I'm very curious if anybody else knows, then tell us all about it. Let's see. I'm trying to see whose comments I want to respond to. 30 years with the company. That's what Mr. Punani Eater. What a great name. Okay, I wasn't expecting that, but thank you for your input to the conversation. 30 years at the company, right? He's like a freaking legend. He's been there longer than Carlisle New Era. Like, what are we even thinking, Mattel? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I cannot. I haven't heard anything like directly from Bill Greening though. I went on his Instagram and his channel, I mean his account has been kind of dormant for a while, so I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what else. Kanekalon. The doll business says if it's not poly, it might be Kanekalon. I think it could be Kanekalon hair. Oh, that's what I meant to do. I want to show you guys this other wig. Where'd it go? Where are you hiding? Yeah, it knows better than to show its ugly face, okay? This wig is hiding over there in the corner because it already knows. Shoot. Shame of my life, as my mother would say. This is crazy in here. Why you do that? What is this? Oh my kashida. This is what my mother would say if she saw this. What? This is after the boil wash treatment, people. Oh. The movement is a little bit better for sure. I'm not going to lie. It is better. It's not giving me the flatness that I desire, which is disappointing. And the little curled pieces at the front actually like straightened itself out.
It's so horrible.
I don't know what to make of that. I don't like this hairstyle. It's not the Hime hairstyle itself that I don't like. I don't like the way that this wig looks. It looked unfinished. It looks like she was at the salon, she started her haircut, and then she got like a text from her girlfriend that her baby daddy just got caught sneaking out of another neighbor's
For a
house.
video where
And she's like, "Oh no, I gotta go," and she just jumped up out the seat and left. That's how she looks. And I'm so sorry that I keep picking on you. It's just a coincidence.
Doesn't surprise me.
This doll happens to be wearing like the craziest of wigs.
These corporations are heartless.
Talking about this wig, it's the wig, it's not the doll. I swear.
Soulless.
I swear,
they
sis,
do not care.
You are beautiful, okay? I don't know if you're Raid. I don't know if you're Cheryl. I don't know which one you are. You could be Lizette, but you don't really look like a lizard. So I'm not sure if you're Lizette, but Whichever of the three you are, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be dissing you. You are immaculate. You're perfect. It's the hair. You know what my father used to tell me, guys?
Almost immaculate. Almost perfect. Because she got that Jack the Ripper scar underneath her neck.
My father only lived to be 36 years old, all right? I've
Oh,
outlived
shit.
my dad for like 3 years. And when I was a kid, my dad used to always tell me and my sister, when you leave the house, don't you never come out the house without your hair done. Because if you don't do your hair, even if your clothes is a little raggedy and wrinkled, even if you can't afford to buy brand name things, as long as your clothes are clean and your hair is done, people will show you respect. If you come out the house looking crazy, like your hair looks crazy, nobody's gonna respect you. People are gonna think you're nuts. People are not going to take you serious. Remember this. And I am near 40 years old now, and I've lived by this. And he's right. And I do the same thing with my own kids. I don't be letting my kids come out the house, not even to the porch, with their hair looking crazy. Like, this wig just gave me flashbacks of listening to my dad telling us this. Because as beautiful as she is, if you don't got your hair looking right, sis, where do you think you're going? Where do you think you're going except to the rehab clinic? Like, you don't belong nowhere else. What is you doing? I can't. This shirt, I just wanted to mention that it's very easy to get these sleeves on and off the doll's hands, even though they have these little holes or whatever, like from the mesh. You would think that they'd keep getting caught, but they actually move in very smoothly.
Oh,
So I
little
was
rehab
shocked by
clinic.
that.
Oh,
And
it's too good.
the clothes, that was another issue I was having. Where to go? There it is. Hold on. Let's take a look at this piece. This one, she's my favorite of the face sculpts. She's lovely. Oh my goodness. She's so gorgeous. Like, I can't even explain how much I love this one's face.
I hope Carlisle sees these um, critiques and takes them seriously because the wigs are not something we really needed. We can customize hair, you know. We don't need a seam here. It's not a pretty look. We're not fashionistas. We're higher than, you know. So treat them higher than that.
I might be partial to it because she's got a side glance, and I'm definitely a side glance girl. But regardless, just something about her face really, really I like a lot. She's so different, I think. That's what it is. She's very different than a lot of the other dolls in my collection. And I want to compare her a little bit to Aaliyah because they have almost like a very similar face shape. Let's see if my camera will focus good enough. What do you guys think? Don't they look very similar? Is it just me?
Yes.
I
I'm sorry,
swear
they
they look
don't. I don't
so
think they look.
similar.
I don't think they
Now,
do.
in person, I don't know if you can
Sorry,
tell
Gypsy.
in the shot here that I'm getting,
I don't think
but
they
in
do.
person, the noses are quite different. This one has more like a bridge on her nose that's more prominent looking, even from the front, and like here from the side, you can see how it slopes downward. But besides that nose, it's like the only difference on the sculpt. English is my second language. Leave me alone. The only real difference in the sculpt, it feels like, is that nose, and then the lip shapes are very similar, but Aaliyah just has a more, like a more uh thicker, I guess, lower lip than this other one does. So they look like sisters, bro. Like if you were trying to make you a custom Aaliyah doll, you could absolutely do it with this sculpt right here and just repaint the face. You know, look at some pictures of this one and copy it over to this. I think you could totally do it. And even with her skin complexion, it's a little lighter than my Aaliyah doll, but a lot of people were saying that the Aaliyah doll herself is too dark to really match Aaliyah's real complexion. So her being a little lighter skinned, I don't think that makes a big difference. I think you would still be able to pull it off. Ooh, what fell? Everything just keeps falling. Anyway, so yeah, I don't like her so much because she looks a lot like Ali. I'm just noticing as I'm looking at them side by side how much they resemble
I think the other one, the darker one, is like earlier.
one another, but I just like her. Her face is really pretty. Hold on, let me just make sure I'm not missing too many comments. because I feel like y'all are talking faster than I'm reading.
I'm
I'm
so
aware
glad you
volcanoes
guys
were
don't do
not
that.
being used recently, but what else could it be? Is
I
a
couldn't
question from the
handle it.
doll business. It's a mystery to me. I don't. Is there like a
Ooh.
grade of saran that's super duper extra crazy low quality saran? Maybe like could it be something like that? It's possible, but I don't know enough about hair fibers that they use on dolls to speculate what it could be. I just know it just does not feel like our usual quality of saran hair, you know? It doesn't make it any better if it is saran because this is a crap quality of saran. Like I shouldn't have to deal with this.
Mhm.
No. And did y'all notice on the website when they list the dolls, right? When they list all the things that the doll comes with, like the features, it clearly says 3 premium wigs. Premium where? Where they at? Where the premium wigs at? Because this is false advertising. I don't know if I would call this premium. Do they know what the word premium means over there? Like, what is happening? Gosh, I know they like to outsource everything at these companies to like Indonesia and stuff like that, but I don't know. I
You
mean,
could
we
probably
have
make that bandana.
dictionaries that you can just access online. Even if English was not your first language, I know these guys can look up the words. Like, you don't know what premium means? Don't put that in there because that's false advertising. They should have just let us build our own dolls from one collection, one hairstyle, face mold, hairstyle, and outfit. Create your own instead of this money grab mess. That's what Luke Bird said, and I agree. A lot of people have been saying that they wish that everything would just come like separate, but of course, Mattel, the cash grabbyist company of doll companies, why would they do that?
Mm.
Why would they do such a thing? Why would they keep Bill Greening on the team? That sounds insane. Why would they do anything like? Why would they do anything like that? Klusky said it's definitely poly. Poly is lightweight, stiff, and makes a sound when you scrunch it. Yeah, it has all of those qualities. It's just that the other dolls that I have that do have poly hair feels very different than this, so that's why I'm
Lovely
not sure
enough.
if it is poly. But that doesn't mean that it isn't because I know there's different types, like different grades of each fiber that they use. You know. Um, Monster High Poly seems like this, but it's better than other poly I've seen. Yeah, see, the doll business is basically saying what I just said. Let's see. Let me just scroll down a little bit. Would conditioner help or mousse? Spiky. I can't read because did I tell you guys I don't feel good today? Okay, I have a bad cold. It's starting to go away, so you can't really tell, but I woke up like a zombie. Spicy Shaw doll. That's who said that. I'm just reading comments, you guys. I didn't go nowhere.
The one in the black
Disney
wig.
toys are for fun, says girl. No, we didn't. No,
Oh yeah, I see
no
it.
shade to the bald girlies, but we gotta be honest. Most of us want hair. They could have given us molded pixie if they were so pressed to do the wig thing. I hear that. That's what I was wondering too. Who asked for wigs as customizing? This is Jackie Cook asking this. The easy head removal, yes. But the wigs, I have not heard of anybody saying that. Yeah, like it's not just me, right? Y'all, I'd be wondering sometimes about these guys at
Yeah,
Mattel and these wigs.
Lena's a
You know what?
star,
Sometimes I
isn't
think it's
she?
like spite. Like they'll like kind of give us what we want because we be screaming and yelling at them about what we want. And then as they're doing it, they just have to ruin it by like adding one stupid feature that nobody asked for just to get under our skin. That's my conspiracy brain talking. Look at these guys are the same skin tone, I think. I think we can yeah, I think they a lot of my dolls actually have this skin tone. This skin tone is not some like exclusive tone or anything. It's just that you're
Oh my
getting
god,
all
you only have
four
two?
of the skin tones, I mean the body types all at once if you splurge on this set with
It's a
one of
lot.
the basics dolls that's supposed to match it. So that's like the whole thing with the skin tones, but I don't want people to
Mm.
think that they're getting like some amazing, rare, hard to find skin tones in these sets because such is not the case. Perhaps I think the most hard to find skin tone out of all of them is probably going to be kit number 3, just because darker skin tones and made to move bodies are very, very difficult to come by. So, and then when we do see one or two dolls made with those skin tones, they sell out really fast. And then the secondhand market gets it and they start raising the prices of the dolls if you miss them at retail. So probably kit 3 if you're just looking for like extra bodies to stash away and a skin tone that might be harder to find later on is
But I don't like the fashion of kit 3. I like the fashion of kit 2. Oh.
the one I would probably invest in. Um, Let me just make sure I didn't forget any other good comments to respond to. Barbie Rat says, I have been wishing for a create your own Barbie kit for years, but these kits are not it, in my opinion. I would have been so happy if we could have had like an online version that offers what these kits offer. Ooh, okay. Luke Bird said, it's
You can
crazy that
practice
you
on
even
the
have to
Jack the
think,
Ripper
what do I
victims.
do to fix this doll as soon as you get her? Like ordering something you need to fix before you'll even be able to enjoy it. Oh, that's my alarm. Okay, I got a few minutes left.
Damn.
Let's turn the alarm off.
Really?
Ring the alarm.
Oh no.
Okay.
She stays on for another
Oh,
25 minutes.
ugh. Anyway, what the heck was I saying? I was looking at this comment. Yes, like I'm not buying a fixer upper house over here. Like what the hell? Seriously, that's the thing that's why I was reacting the way I was reacting in my initial review. And don't get me wrong, you guys, that was just my initial like look at the doll as soon as I
Go
got it out of
live,
the
you'll
box.
get
I
the
don't have time to do
patience.
anything to it yet.
Go
I'm just like
live.
looking at it as is. And that was my experience. There's a level of customizing
Except when
that you
this
tell yourself
happens.
you're going to have to do with these dolls because we kind of know what they told us in the marketing phase, right? Like we know they're going to be naked. We know they're not going to have heads attached to
Mm.
bodies. We know they bald headed. We know these things, right? But we didn't know the shoes were only going to fit on the bigger feet. We ain't know that. They ain't tell us that. Huh? We didn't know that the fibers of these wigs that are already floating way on top of their hair, like
Mylena? I have a few. Oh, Ali's Lena. I think you're talking about Ali's Lena. Here's one of my Lenas. Yeah. Hang on. There we go. Beautiful. Right. Go back to Gypsy.
this is crazy. Where the doll went? You know, look at this. Somewhere over
Because
the
not shaving her.
rainbow. Way up high is where this wig is living at, okay? And we knew to expect that part because we could just tell from looking at the pictures. They don't look much better in the pictures, but we didn't know that the fiber quality of the hair was going to be so dry and ragamuffin. We didn't know that. They didn't tell us that. They left all of that out. So, and like the fact that they don't have holes in their head, but you know these are for customizers, that's another thing that just boggles me. Like, I understand that they're bald because you want the wigs to be swappable, but
Hey,
I
go.
don't know. Just like like so many of you guys are saying, we're not we're not standing in line for a bunch of bald dolls. Like the point of fashion dolls is to make them fashionable. The hairstyle is part of that, okay? You may have one or two in your collection that are bald on purpose, but that's not the norm when it comes to Barbies. That's just not the norm. Even with our boy dolls, we always prefer for them to have rooted hair than molded hair, or for them to be completely bald. You know what I'm saying? It's fantasy land. It's not really supposed to be like, you know what I'm trying to say? Oh gosh, I don't know if I'm explaining it right. Like we want the diversity and we want the representation, but I don't need everything in the collection to be representing this little small tiny group of people that you rarely run into in real life. So thank you for giving us different skin tones, but I don't need like 7 million skin tones. Just give me enough diversity in the skin tones so that I can have some variety but still be able to match up heads. The skin tone issue has gotten so out of control. It's almost like, that's why I say, are they doing it on purpose? Are they trying to spite us? They're like, you're not satisfied with the level of skin tones we're giving you. Well, how's this? Then they started giving us some skin tones, and now it's so out of control that there's all these in between skin tones where you buy a doll and you can't know for sure who it's going to match. Like, you're really just sitting there playing detective, trying to find the clues to figure out, is this skin tone gonna match this body? Like, don't nobody got time for that, Mattel. I swear they be doing the most. They're like, just, the person who you're playing chess with and they're like a sore loser. That's the attitude of Mattel. And this is another thing too that cracks me up. The people who be mad because I'm critiquing Mattel. Mattel is not a human, okay? Please get it
It's
together.
an evil
Mattel don't got no
corporation that
feelings.
just got
Mattel is
rid
not a
of
person. Mattel is a
120 people.
company. It's a financial institution. It's an entity. It's not a human being. Like, I don't have to be worried about the feelings of Mattel because I'm critiquing this company that's taking our money. Like, what are you talking about? Please stop. People are crazy. I swear to God. I swear to God. Like, they are so out of control. Y'all over here defending a whole entire company. They don't care.
They don't care.
Oh
They don't
Lord,
care
why?
what people say about
Let's
them.
see. I know I'm missing some great comments. Light Spark Daniel. At this point, I am hoping they go on sale and I can get the cool bald Barbies and pretend the wigs don't exist. That's a good point because I was saying as I was handling these dolls myself, and I did go and watch some other people's reviews of kit number 2 and number 3 because I don't have those, trying to determine if those are any better than mine, right? Overall, when I'm taking in their experience with my experience, I feel like I just can't justify spending retail price on these kits any more than what I already did. Like, I already spent the 100 on these because they were an experiment for me and I had to try it. Because I'm not about to be like, I ain't getting that on principle. What if I tried it and I love it? It could have surprised me the other way. I could have found that the wigs actually worked very well on the dolls, that they had great hair quality, which I would have reported if that's what I had found. But that is not what ended up happening, unfortunately. So, what can I do about that?
Yeah. See, I probably would have done the same, but um, I would have regretted it, honestly, because we won't get our shipments anytime soon to Australia. That's one thing. So once everyone's reviews are out and we find out that they're rubbish, I would be sitting on 2, 3, 4 weeks of not knowing, well, not having them and knowing that they're going to be crap. Um, so I kind of have to make that judgment unless they're in the stores here, which they're not. So as a foreigner, and I'm sure Fabio can relate to this, we kind of need the reviews to know if we want something or not. And we need to make that decision kind of before fully owning it because um, it's a mess. This is a mess, and I would have been really angry. Also, Mattel Creations customer service for foreigners is non-existent. Um, and like I know I've got Mattel Australia here, but they're not going to take responsibility for anything from Mattel Creations because they're separate. So there's all of that kind of shit, and I hate it. And I have to be judgy from the beginning and hope that my judgment is wrong um, when it comes to the reviews. It sucks. I hate it.
But at least I tried it. You know what I mean? So, the other sets, unfortunately, this is such a pretty piece. I really like this. I just can't justify spending full price on the kids if they come down in price at any point. And perhaps they will, as we influencers, at least those of us who tell the truth, are saying what you should expect when you buy these things. It may turn people off who were originally gonna buy all the dolls, and they decided, nah, I'm not gonna get it. So
It's a huge thing as well. There's a lot of people that are. They did this with Barbie style, guys. They did it with the Barbie style. They they hyped up Barbie style. They were making stupid ass um things up about Barbie Styles' made to move body being a collector's made to move body. It's heavier than a normal one. Going on about how amazing it is and yada yada yada. Um, totally worth the price. When she wasn't. She wasn't worth the price. She was. y- You look at my collection of Millies, right? When she blends right in, the only reason she doesn't blend right in, actually, the one that came with the vanity, I did get that as well, and she was a Millie, but I think a lot of the other stuff that came with it was worth that money. It was very expensive though. But I don't know where that Millie is. She's Her head is mixed in with all the other Millie heads. Maybe I'll go because she's probably got a collector size head. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Just people people hyped up Barbie style. I think they thought that they would get PR or some shit from Mattel, or they'd get lots of followers if they talked good about it all. Just this is our money. We need to know that it's going to something that we're going to love because we need to love it. We're buying it. It's going to be ours until we get rid of it, right? Until we sell it or until we throw it away or donate it. It's going to be ours. We have to store it if we're going to store it in a tub. We have to have a tub or a box. It's going to be in our vicinity until it's not. So it's important that we like what we're getting. It's important that we love what we're getting. And why am I on this rant? Oh yeah, people, you just need to be honest, right? Don't wrap yourself up in the hype of a thing and be honest about something. It might be exciting receiving this doll first and then, oh my God, I'm so excited. And when you're wrapped up in the adrenaline and the hype of it all, and maybe you're not thinking 100% critical. Um, and so you put out a review that is really happy, happy, joy, joy. But it's not, and maybe that in that moment, sincere, but you've really got to look at these things and go, is this really worth the money compared to what we get, compared to the basic dolls that we just got? Is this worth the money? You've got to break it down. You really have to break it down and not just go and tell people that it's amazing and the hair quality is incredible. I've watched reviews and they're just shitting out their asses. Well, that's what people do. Shitting out their mouth. Isn't even a saying, shitting out your ass, because if that is a saying, that's like a normal thing that people do. Maybe it's shitting out your mouth. Maybe that's the saying. Okay, anyway. So getting distracted by a saying that's about crap. Um, yeah, don't shit out your mouth. Shit out your ass instead.
If that happens and they do go on sale,
Oh, hang
then
on. There's comments. Uh, Miss Pixel. I just don't like pop art dolls in box. I wanted the Bill Green one realistically for me. I would love to take her out of the box and play with her, but I'm not going to get her. Oh, she's a beautiful doll. I'm looking forward to her coming. I am getting her. She's gorgeous. Um, and and there's something about her that is just very much a representation of what Bill Greening has brought to Barbie. She's a massive. She's one of the last. Well, she's the last individual doll that's released during his employment at Mattel. The basics line is the last line that has released with as he was employed at Mattel. So it's kind of cool to have them, you know, not cool, but like um he was working there even though he was leaving. I don't know the situation with notice and all that. Um, but he was there uh, when they released. So he was able to promote them and say, I did this. Anything that comes now, that's not going to be the same. He's not there. He's not going to be there when they release. He might post about it on Instagram or something, but he won't be there at Mattel. Be like, check out my new design. You know, he's he's gone from Mattel because they fucked him over and got rid of him. So these are the last things, honestly, that are Bill Greening with Bill Greening at Mattel. But that's not me telling you to go buy her. Only buy her if you want to. And if you can afford it. There is someone, but I've been seeing them post on Facebook, and they're literally sitting on Mattel Creations and adding all of the Steffies into their cart to see how many there are left, and then posting it on Facebook and saying, there's only this many left. Go and buy her. Support Mattel. So I don't, really, dude? Like, really? Really? I'm, oh my God. Like, really? And they were saying about the the bag on the Steffi doll, the bag that has been falling off during shipping. It's like, it's not a Mattel issue. It's a shipping issue. Well, it kind of is a bag issue. It kind of is a Mattel issue because if it's put together properly, it's not going to break. So there's that. But also for me, that's not a big deal because one, I'm not a inbox collector, though I will be keeping that box. Um, that's got Bill Greening's signature on the back. But I want to make it a bag, like a strap, not a purse. So because that way it's easier to pose that way. If it's got a shoulder strap instead of a hand strap. But anyway, let's continue, I guess.
And I'm hoping that the prices will come down drastically enough to justify purchasing them at that stage. I feel like $80 and under is more reasonable for these just because the wigs are a little bit useless unless you are an extreme like hair person who just knows how to handle this type of hair and the wig situation. I feel like you might be better off making your own wigs. I've made my own doll wigs before and they did not end up like this. Or if you find a different way to give the dolls hair, then you'll be okay. But like it is kind of like you have to pretend the wigs don't even exist because I want to say it's 50-50 whether or not you'll end up actually being able to use it, but honestly, it's more like 80-20, and 80% is that you're not going to end up using the wigs,
Yeah.
because most people who customize dolls are very clueless when it comes to hair restoration and just styling hair in general, which is why we covet the dolls that have nice hair already, because that's less work for me to end up having to do later on. Everybody is not a reroot queen king, and everybody
Mm.
does not know how to handle no doll wigs. This is not the ball jointed doll community that.
Yeah, and the thing is, we can bring this back to what I'm doing right now. And Gypsy's point is this doll came with polypropylene hair. Um, Gypsy got her. I remember the live. I watched it. Well, the video that she did. I don't know if it was live or not. I'm just trying to pull them through because I can see that they're not sitting right. Anyway, so Gypsy got her, and she actually sent her back because she didn't like her. She liked Tooth Fairy Barbie's face, and as soon as she found out that her hair was polypropylene, she sent her back because it's like I'm not spending this much money on a doll just to reroute it. Um, and I totally understand. I just like her face so much that I've had her on the shelf. I haven't done anything much with her. Every now and then I visit her and give her an outfit to make her feel nice. And I did, I think it was this year or last year, tackle her hair and put it into a style. It wasn't amazing, but it tamed her hair a bit. Um, and and had it like that. And I always had the intention of one day she's going to get a reroute and she's going to be probably one of my favorite dolls. And look at her right now. And look, if I do this, I don't know if you can see her. Oh my God, this camera's so weird. Maybe here. Like, look how beautiful she is going to be with this hair. Hopefully, I've got it in the right spot. Maybe over. I don't know. Sorry, there's a delay. Let's bring it up close anyway. How pretty is that going to be? This hair is so perfect. And it's the hair that I wanted. I've used this hair before, actually. And it was, I'll show you one day. I'll show it to you one day. She's not in the box over there. She's in a tub next to me. Um, I'll probably pull her out today and then have her ready to show tomorrow. Um, but anyway, so she, she's gonna have beautiful hair. All right, let's continue.
That we're talking about here, those guys are used to it. You know what I'm saying? But most of us don't have all these different types of dolls in our collection where we have to regularly handle wigs. So you would think they would know these things over at the company. They do know. They just didn't care. They just didn't care. But this is the consequence when you create a product for a specific audience and you acting like you don't know who your audience is. When they give you feedback, it's not going to be all peachy. It's not going to be all, compliment raining down on your head. Like, people are going to tell you the truth.
Yeah. Well, hopefully.
Let's see. I think it had to do with mass layoffs. They're talking about doll businesses, talking about why Bill Greening got fired. I understand that they laid off a bunch of other people too, but of the people you're laying off, you can't be a little more picky and choosy about who's more valuable to the company. You trying to tell me Bill Greening Bill Greening was less valuable than some random person whose name nobody even knows? Like, there's more than one designer there. There's a bunch of a whole team of designers who are very, very lesser known, not as beloved. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that he's more famous than everyone else, even though he is, but that's not the point. He's famous for a reason. You feel me? Like everybody loves his work. So the dolls sell. So I don't understand where that's coming from. Mattel, you guys really are having some problems over there. It's insane. I would feel less bad about it, I guess, if he had just been like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm out. And he just like left on his own. Then I would understand. But y'all gonna let him go? Like, what? Whose idea was that? Oh, okay. Yo, this is funny. The Twilight Rabbit said, nah. They saw all these customizing videos and thought, hey, they like to destroy their dolls to make their own. Let's sell some cheap dolls at normal prices so they can have some fun. That's crazy.
That's
Crazy.
that's not the case because they're not
Oh,
cheap.
goodness gracious. Yeah, I did reach out to Carlisle Nuera and I told him, I said, listen, the dolls are amazing. But this was before I did the review, okay? And I was like, but we don't know what to call these damn dolls because the website lists them in a group. They don't list the names of the dolls in reference to each face mold. So like, is there a way for us to figure out which one goes with which? How does it work? Can you explain? And then he responded to me saying that he was planning to make a post on his Instagram page where he was going to tell us which heads go with which names. So, but he told me that he was like really busy because obviously this was right after the revealed stream had ended when I contacted him. So he was like, I just got so much stuff going on right now, but it's on my list of things to do. So I would have been shocked if he had been able to put the names up very quickly, but I mean, it's been a little bit of time. I'm just impatient, yeah, now, because I want to know. I want to know the names, but I'm just like,
I think he's waiting to see the reaction so he can plan the way his vibe will be for the video. Does he have to be defensive? Does he have to defend dolls? Things like that. I think I think he's aware. But there are people that are sucking up to Mattel and going, these are the best things we've always never asked for, but thank you for giving us everything that we ever didn't ask for, you know?
nobody else can post it. It don't got to be Carlisle, but like, I don't know. Isn't there like an official Mattel Instagram or something? I could have sworn I seen something where there's like an official site that
Also, exactly, it doesn't have to be Carlisle. Why can't it just be anyone? Why can't it be the Barbie account? Why can't it be Mattel Creations? It doesn't have to be Carlisle. Is this about Carlisle or is this about Barbie?
lists doll sculpt names or something. I don't know, but I'm too lazy to go looking for it. So whatever. That's why I just contacted Carlisle directly because I ain't about to go on a scavenger hunt. If he had said, "Oh, check out this post," they already listed it here. That would have been fine enough for me. But apparently, that's not the case because at the time he said he was going to do it himself. So we'll see. And speaking of Carlisle, let's talk about the Carlisle problem because this is another issue that I see recurring in my comment section and all over the internet. People complaining that Carlisle Nuera's designs don't be hitting and they just don't like it because it's Carlisle's. I had said in a previous video that Karl Noir is the head of the Barbie signature line at this time. So he's basically the boss. He runs the department. And yes, I agree that a lot of his designs are very over the top, like some of the Barbie extra dolls, but those were supposed to be over the top. Or the BMR line, I loved all of those dolls, but the clothes were like, what am I going to do with this? So I get where they're coming from, but I also had stated in that same video that Carlisle he can make more tame designs if he's forced to do it. And I think we actually got the proof of that with this.
I think with this, if he's forced to do it, I think Bill Greening evened Carlisle out. I I don't know because Bill Greening was head, right? So he was like head designer or something, and he would have help Carlisle stay a bit more grounded in the way he designs. I don't know what that looks like now. I mean, this kits thing, the wigs, they're just completely not what we wanted, and Carlisle is taking credit for creating this pack and saying that he had the idea back in 2018 and he started working on it in 2023. So Carlisle's taking full responsibility for this.
This line because most of these pieces are very basic, plain things, except for one or two like accent pieces in the collection. So he's proven that he can do it. It's just his preference. If you just leave Carlisle to his own devices, he's gonna put the entire rainbow in the clothes. He's gonna give them all kinds of insane cuts that you've never seen on anything in a store. Like it's gonna all look like runway looks that make no sense except for on the runway, because that's just the kind of fashion that he's into. You know what I mean? I mean, look at how he dresses himself. I don't know if he makes the clothes he's wearing, but a lot of his own wardrobe is very eclectic looking and it looks good on him, but it's not the kind of stuff you would normally see people wearing if you were just like going shopping at Walmart, you know? Somebody asked if these dolls have pixel face, the doll business. They don't. The faces are immaculate. Like the faces, this is the whole reason right here to even have the collection, is because the faces are just so on point. Where's the other one? Where'd you go? She just gave up on life. um they're very beautiful. There's no pixelation. It looks a little shiny here just because of my lighting right now, but there's no pixelation. And I think this one is maybe my least favorite, although she is very pretty. But of the three that I have in this collection, the reason why this one is my least favorite is because the other two just look a lot more unique to me. They don't really look like a bunch of other dolls that I already have in my collection. Although I really wouldn't be surprised if they just tweaked, like slightly tweaked existing sculpts to make these
That's what I
dolls,
think they did.
like we saw when we.
I think they did that, and the fact that they have this bald head and these scars under their chin, they qualify for being a new, completely different mold. So that's why they got a whole new name, because one of the dolls actually looks like Brooklyn's friend Robin. Um, yeah. So I don't know.
We compared one of them to Aaliyah, she looks so similar to her, except for one or two features on the face. Like this one to me looks very similar to one of the Barbie Looks dolls. I want to say she's resembling Lena, kind of to me, I think. But I don't know if I have a Lena laying around out here on display to compare her to. No, I think I only have one Lena doll, which is like the original Lena, and she's in my restyle stash because
Is
there's
this
some
why you
things to
guys said
do
she
with
looks like
her.
Lena?
But she does look very similar to her in my opinion. Just a slightly different nose, and like maybe her lips are a little bit more plump. And then this one, she kind of resembles like a cross between Simone and Claudette. Let me see if I can pull you over here. Mademoiselle. So this is my doll, Kaori, who is a Simone sculpt. And to me, they look like they could be related. Like, look at the cheekbone structure. Her head actually looks a little bigger, but it could be because the stupid wig is on her head. I don't
It
know.
is because the stupid wig's
But
on her
yeah,
head.
the cheekbone structure and very similar. Like the nose looks like it's trying to be like Simone's nose, but just a like less wide version of that nose. And of course, it's distracting when the dolls have screenings because all you see is the face paint. But if you were to make Simone's face paint more similar, cartoony like this one, or hers more realistic like this one, then it would be a lot easier to see the similarities in the sculpt. But do you see what I'm trying to say? And then let's compare it to Claudette and see if there's any similarities. I feel like if Claudette and Simone had a baby, like you would get this. Let's see. Am I bugging? You know, the protruding lips, like the lips look a
I
lot
do
more
see it.
similar here to
I
me.
see this one.
And again, with the cheekbones, that squared off looking jaw, like I just see similarities here. So when you just look at this doll by itself, it would be very easy to mix her up with one of those two sculpts. And so I think all of these dolls, their face sculpts are inspired by existing sculpts, and they just tweaked one or two things, which makes sense because you're trying to come up with 9 new sculpts at the same time. Who the hell got time to be sitting here just making all these brand new sculpts from scratch that look super unique, you know? So I can see how maybe some of those or all of those they took inspiration from other sculpts. In kit number 3, we have that real like African looking face, and she resembles Elle from Barbie Looks Series 1 very much. Like, she really looks like her to me. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just tweaked it a little bit, you know? Andrea Kirk said, or is it Andrea? I'm happy that you are being real to us. I like your reviews. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I just, I wanted to do this live to kind of kick it with you guys, a small group of people, just because I want to hear in real time your thoughts, And who looks like Yara Shahidi? This person E said she looks kind of like Yara. Which one? Which one looks like Yara Shahidi? I know I have a Yara doll. Let me see if I can grab her. Let me see. I never thought about that. Yara, come down off the shelf so we can take a look at your face. Okay, here's the face of Yara Shahidi sculpt. The one that I have is a closed mouth version. There's an open mouth version as well that's supposed to be the actual Yara Shahidi doll, which I never got because I don't like open mouth dolls. Is it this one? That's how they look. Is it this one? That's how they look next to each other. And also, I think the Yara Shahidi oopsies doll is the same. No, is she the same complexion as them? They look very similar. They might be the same complexion, you guys. I don't know. But this is not Yara's original body either, so.
You know who she reminds me of? Tango.
Be interesting. Okay.
The Tango mold. Kind of.
Oh, I'm so hot. I like the girl in the bandana, but not a fan of any of the other faces from any of the Build Your Own sets. That's the Doll Business's opinion about the face sculpts. And oh, the bandana. Somebody was asking me about
they
the
wanted to
bandana,
stay.
Where'd that doll go? Where'd you go? There's like a sea of dolls just like on the floor.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, screw it. I don't feel like standing up. Leave me alone. This thing,
Yeah.
I don't know where I got this from. Does anybody recognize this? Let me take it off so I can show you guys. Hold on. I gotta undo all the knots. I don't remember.
Oh, poor Karl's fallen over in the background.
Because it must have. Did it come on a doll, or did I just get it in like a fashion pack? It just looks too like detailed and sophisticated for like a random Barbie fashion pack to me. Was it something that was tied around somebody's waist? I'm not sure. I really have no clue where I got this.
Do you know what you can do? You can
if anybody recognizes it, put it in the comments. But
take a snapshot.
I have no idea.
And then Google image search it.
Accessory for either like a belt or a scarf around the neck or for hair. And because these girls are bald headed, I was like, well, let me just try a scarf on the head and just see if I can make it look like a little wrap. And it worked out, and I really liked it. So I wasn't upset that the doll was bald so that I could put it on her head like that, because it's not really long enough for me to use on a doll that has a lot of hair. But I don't dislike the baldness of the dolls. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, if they came with those weird seams on the back of their head as opposed to under their chin, I wouldn't have been upset. I would have just been like, well, duh, because you're going to cover it up with either a wig or you're going to give them hair so you can't see it anyway. So that just would have made more sense to do than to put the seam under the chin like that. It's like, what in the world? Next will be no face dolls with eye stickers. Oh my gosh. Yo, that's from Adult Doll Collector saying that about the faces. That's hilarious.
I wouldn't hate that.
I wouldn't be surprised. They trying to lamely us over here? Like, stop. 'Is that Lamely? Did she do that?
Is that Lamely? Did she do that?
Let's see. The redhead looks like Barbie looks number 10. This one?
This Barbie looks number 10.
Ooh, everything is just. Ugh, okay. I'm just laughing at these comments that adult doll collector left. I'd be like, you fired who? Let me start packing up my desk. Don't nobody even know my name. That's funny.
Oh,
Rachel
Simone.
B said Clamone. that's, that's a cross between Claudette and Simone. That's funny. Fabio, Lindy, Jesto said,
Ooh,
and the kit too with side eye is very similar to Odile, in my opinion. Ooh, maybe that's why I like that face so much. Honestly, of the 9 dolls, that one is my favorite one. That's in kit 3 with the electric blue eyeliner. Her face is so adorable, like so cute, but without looking childish. I love that. But not enough for me to justify spending $100 on that
Valley Girl
specific kit
Barbie.
just for her face. I really hope that they will make more of these dolls with these like face sculpts and reuse these sculpts on some of the newer dolls that we're going to get within the next year so that people who are not interested in these kits can still get these faces into their collection without necessarily having to buy them in the kit like this. I really do. I don't want these to be like faces that they only use on super, super collectible dolls that are really, really rare or very expensive, because that would be such a shame and a waste of all the work that they put into this line. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about before we get out of here? Just want to make sure I don't forget anything I wanted to discuss. I don't know what I'm going to do with this video because I really didn't intend for it to even be
I don't
like
know,
a
Mikey.
whole hour long, but
I don't
I
know.
don't know. Maybe I'll chop it up and add it to a regular upload, or maybe I'll just leave it here in the
They
lives.
do have
But
bandanas,
I feel
but
like a lot of the stuff we're talking about, I think other collectors in general would want to chime in and
look
leave their
the
2 cents about it.
same.
But yeah, I do have videos coming up soon with more on these dolls here. So I'll show you guys anything new that I figure
What
out
can I
about the
do?
dolls.
I
I was actually
might.
trying to get to this. That's what I forgot. This piece here. I did see in some other people's reviews and pictures that they were able to get
So
this
I
little
am
tiny thing onto
looking
their
into what
curvy dolls, but they
checking this
they
out.
also said that it was like a struggle trying to get it over the doll's legs. I tried again and it just doesn't work for me. I think my specific piece here is just, it's just a defect in the way that they made this, because when I started to pull this part over the doll's hips, I heard stitches ripping. It's just not meant to be for me. But that was my real experience. So that's how, I was reacting when I did the initial review. So when I do a follow up, I'll be sure to mention this so that people who get this kit, they can still try it on their curvies and see if maybe it might fit for them. But mine just is not stretchy enough to do it. I also wanted to try this on my other curvy doll, this one, because she has a different body type. It's curvy, but it's the collector curvy, and it's a little bit different. I was able to get it up
So
higher
I'm
on her,
looking
so I think it might
for
fit on this
the
body, but
bandana
it
bit.
just doesn't for the regular one. So thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I'm sorry if I didn't get to all of your comments. I did read them, but I didn't necessarily react to all of the comments because I don't have enough time. But we're gonna end this here because YouTube is gonna kick me out in like 30 seconds because my
Oh,
hour is
really?
gonna be up, and I think these are only allowed to be like 1 hour long per session, and I don't have time to come back. But make sure you're subscribed if you're not already.
Really?
And thank you for joining me. I had a great discussion with you guys. I feel so much better. Now my head is clear and I can go on with my day and plan out my next videos for you guys. All right. Thank you. Have a dolly day.
Right, I'm gonna Google search these. I can't believe that. It's crazy.
At Woolworths, find half price on selected MCO.
Damn about what was. Alright, I'm gonna put that in there. In here. On now, and then I might actually put it in here. Doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. That's the old place I worked at for a year. TV. Video. Bang. Oh, maybe, hang on. I think I can add them. Pro. Dolly tape. There, yes. Done. All right. Okay. Purple cat back. And let's move this back over. Yay! Okay. So I'm gonna look this up. Just Google things. I might have to go soon. Oh my god, 2.5 hours. Let's see if we can find this bandana. Maya Angelou's come up. It's not the same. Not the same, not the same, not the same. Nope. Let's try another image. Apple. Nothing. Damn. Coming up with rugs and real garments and everything. With coming up with a Barbie or anything version. I really like the pattern. I'd like that as something for me. You know what? Something cool. Anyway. Yeah. Right, guys. I think we might end it because it's been a very long video. If you like the video, please give it a like. I appreciate likes and stuff. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and comment. How do you feel about these dolls? Did you get them? In the comment section. Keep the combo going and stuff like that. I'm going to continue rerouting her hair. See where we get to by tomorrow. I don't really want to go into this rerouting on Wednesday, so there's stuff happening on Wednesday. I will be live, but I want her to be done Wednesday. So let's try and get her done by Wednesday. Remember to email pictures of your Bill Greening dolls so we can have a photo party on the 31st of March. And showcase our favorite Bill Greening dolls that we've got. And just general doll photos that you want to send. Tag it as or subject it as Photo Friday. So that one, I just need your username name thing to display, like Fabio or the other Mikey or Ali kind of thing. Just write that it's from you so I know who the photo's from. And yeah, we'll go from there. See you tomorrow. Bye guys.